Full
Yeah.
disclosure, I'm about to go under a rate lock, and let me tell you, I wish I had a month ago.
I would like to know what's grinding your gears lately, and any unfettered rage that needs venting now.
I really don't feel like I have anything, so I'm gonna let Jim start, and then I'll have something by the time he's done.
I like that. So email signatures, good, bad, and the ugly.
Ooh.
Sign offs. So my first job, we had this client who was so frustrating and such a pain. And he always said, thanks much. And that has ruined thanks much for me.
I don't like
as
thanks
an email
much in
sign.
general.
I'm a sincerely guy. I always go sincerely.
I'm
Maybe
a warm
thanks.
regards.
Warm regards. And I'm a love warm regards.
It's a very
Best regards.
It's a very hospitality thing. It also takes a lot out of me to write hi.
Yeah.
I really want to write good morning, good afternoon,
see.
good
Fair.
evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cheers. I respect. Like, that's
Whimsical.
also- if you cheers, you're either British or cool.
I feel like I should start using
Yeah.
cheers on my
Yeah,
email
you
sign
should.
off.
Yeah.
Why have I not been doing this?
You're not British. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very on brand for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you should.
Except for, intense contract negotiations. maybe leave that off.
The other one that I absolutely hate is make it a great day.
Don't tell me what to do.
No, okay. Let me just go and make this a great day. Okay. Like, no, what the hell?
There's a question here about like regional differences of
sure.
outlook. Like, is that like a Southerner thing? Like, make it a great day. I was born in Kentucky, so I can speculate. Because I feel like Northeasterners.
If you're too nice to me, I think you're suspicious.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't, but like legitimately, a woman in Starbucks in Wisconsin asked me how my day was going, and I responded, I'm on the way to my grandmother's funeral, because it was her problem for asking me about my day. And I think that's maybe the most Northeastern I've ever been.
that is impressive.
I was just like, no, don't ask me about my life here.
That's next level. That's New England.
That is New England energy.
Yep.
Pretty. Yeah. Also, speaking of regional send-offs, you're never wrong saying "Go Birds."
Go Birds.
Birds.
Silly at the end. So
Yeah.
at the beginning, like,
Honestly, if you say "Go Birds" in a room, someone will respond
yeah,
to
so you
you.
could just send
Yeah.
emails that for like half the year and be totally fine.
Yeah.
So
My typical response to Go Birds is "and also with you,"
Which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we have a few acceptable ones.
A few acceptable
Switching
ones.
to cheers.
Switching to cheers
that
is
for
what
you.
I'm gonna take from this.
I think it's a good opportunity for being passive aggressive. Like, if you didn't like somebody's like best regard, you could just like be like superlative regards, send. But that's again
But
Northeastern
like
and
that is
aggressive.
almost like me thinking. Like I don't think like.
We didn't get into like Gen Z send-offs, right?
Oh, I love an unhinged Gen Z send off, but also I'm just like I've never actually seen one in the wild.
Yeah. Fair.
Right? I've only seen them like in reality.
Mhm.
Do you have any examples?
Like
I think the out of office messages are.
the out of office messages.
I'm out here. I will not be in the office because I'm working on cultivating a work-life balance.
Like I'm
So-
here for that.
No, yeah, it's not. They're not the like rigid millennial.
I feel like my out of office is very I described it to someone as self-service. So it's got a link to book to my calendar, it's got our support center, it's got all of these
The
different
calendar
things.
link is.
And I'm just like,
What?
resolve this yourself
Yeah,
and maybe I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I feel like it is kind of the vibe I'm going
I like
for.
that. All right, so that was my grinds, my gears.
I mean, I have a lot about airports. I think in general it's frustrating as someone who has a disability and I walk with a cane in airports is when people like I stand a lot on those moving walkways
Yeah.
and people get like mad at me for standing with the cane and I'm like,
Yeah.
can you just chill?
Yeah.
Like please for like 2 seconds because like obviously I'm not doing this because I want to. I also recently had someone like give me some sass for pre-boarding and I responded to them and said, well, trust me, you don't want to be in this group. It's not a fun group to be in.
Yeah,
And they looked horrified as they should be.
yeah.
So that's it. Just don't be mean. Also, like, I think a lot of people are very hesitant to use disability tools. Like, I had a scooter at ICE and I saw
Yeah.
multiple people that could like they were like, oh yeah, both of my knees don't work and they're walking. And I'm like, why are you not
Yeah.
using a mobility tool? So I think that's what grinds my gears. So I think like we should just be like, this is how you need to get around. And especially like, let's be real, 20,000 steps a day is not something that everyone is built for.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing that like,
Yeah.
don't be proud. Just use it.
Don't suffer in silence.
Don't suffer in silence. That's what grinds my gears is when people suffer in silence. And in reality, if we just
Yeah.
all accepted each other, it'd be great.
Some people need to fight. I saw a thing on Instagram the other day where a woman goes to the deli counter to return like some defective product,
Yeah.
and the teller goes, "Oh, sure, we'll refund it." She goes, well, no, I actually kind of need you to fight with me." She's like, "Oh, yeah, sure, I can do that." I think there is something, inherent in like some people just need to fight. And it's
Yeah.
funny that they would get upset about the walkers in the like the walkways. There are explicit directions about which side to stand on.
I
If
was
you would like to
standing on the
stand
right
still,
side.
it's like it's on the sign. You can.
I am standing on the right side. And airports are hard if you are disabled. It's just a fact. There's a lot of walking. You have to carry your stuff. I'm doing the best I can, guys.
Yeah.
Please.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
You're doing great.
There's a concept. So I've sent you stuff by Alex Hormozy. I featured his book before.
Yes.
In here, and he has a concept called the angry boat. I think like the rage boat, and the whole premise is like there can only be one person in the angry boat at a time. So his suggestion is if someone has a complaint about your business, you need to be more horrified and angry about it than them, so they can't be in the angry boat.
Ooh.
Which I think in some situations it works. He uses some hospitality examples.
I mean,
Then
you
he's
always
added
want to
other
seem
things.
mortified. Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's that just made me think of that. But like who's in the angry boat right now?
Yeah.
Not that hasn't really been my style when we've been dealing with things, but
You know,
Yeah.
it is the hospitality tool. 100%. It's the, oh my God, I'm so sorry. How dare that happen?
You do have to kind of actively resist the temptation to just sink the angry boat, because that's the temptation. You just,
no.
just like little red peg to B4. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's right.
Like I'm gonna choose violence right now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Customer service.
Well, speaking of choosing violence, thank you for choosing full disclosure. Please like and subscribe.
You.
For that.